All right. So Adepticon, this is the historical boardroom. And we're doing like, you see Blood and Plunder, a bunch of sagas over that way, Bolt Action's back this way. It is a little after 9 o'clock on Friday. This is where we're at. Wander through here for a bit. See Battleground Europa's getting ready over that way. And this is probably the smaller section of Adepticon because this is just the historical. So like tiny section actually. A bunch of guys in there doing doubles. From Chicagoland. There's the San Yoder man who's running the doubles tournament, so it's a lot of good time. We're gonna extend up now. Try to use Wi-Fi. No, looks like we're still good. So there we are. Now we're gonna go walk downstairs and see some other stuff. See how things are going in other locations. Again, this is the very top floor of Adepticon in general. So it's obviously they put the historicals all the way up here. There is a lovely view out here of the Milwaukee downtown skyline. Very nice. Good buildings here. Kind of pleasant to look at. A little chilly out there today. I think it was like 30. Between 30 and 35, so not a lot of people might be out there. But I imagine in the summertime or when the weather's nice, that'd be really pretty out there. So this is still top floor, almost primarily all historicals. They have a few games out here they're running 24/7 kind of. These are the ballrooms we'll be doing like seminars and announcements. Specifically like Golden Demon will be over this way. And luckily they have escalators and elevators if you need those. They do actually have elevators. But so we're heading down. This is kind of a two-step process to get from this top room down to the next room that's of any importance. There's a little landing area here that doesn't really have anything going on. Kind of see down there's some people. It's another tiny area. Hopefully when I edit this it'll be smoother and look better. That's there toward the elevators. Everything's technology based these days, so there's no like physical handout of maps or anything. So everything you do, you got to know by an app. So you see a lot of people confused. Because also the Wi-Fi is not 100% great in here. This is one of the food and open gaming areas is over there. Probably take a little stroll through there real quick. I think we're going to go down and do Golden Demon first. Good. I would say all the security and stuff like that, people here are very friendly. They're mostly like searching. They have like metal detectors and stuff whenever you come in, and they're mostly searching for people trying to bring in, besides the usual bad stuff, they're about alcohol, but they're not being too strict. They're mostly looking for guns and knives, I guess, so no one can complain about that. They know with this group that's probably not as likely, but we like that they're still doing it. Now we're going over this way. There's a couple more like conference rooms in this area for smaller games. You see there's like Adepticon Titanicus in front of me and so on. We got some vendors that are over this one that are here that have like, they're not in the main dealer hall. Still pretty good. So now we're going over here by Golden Demon. I don't know how much I'll get a chance to look be close to this, but there's a lot of people. I mean, this is even a lot of people. Usually a lot of empty spaces. So I don't know if people just haven't subscribed yet, or they just haven't. Today might be today, and tomorrow might be the big day. I think tomorrow's Redmond. It's all the way. You can see at the top of those, they've got the categories. Golden Demon, there's a Warhammer, Age of Sigma, Large Miniature or War Machine. Then it's like Unit or War Band, Single Miniature. You get down here, you see Warhammer, Large Miniature or Gripper. I of course get over here so I can show you mine.
Oh, I meant this all like the draw. This is her, you know the lady that did the drawings? That's her. Yes. Super. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I just like that mini. Is this your number? Oh, that's yours? I saw you post that on Reddit. Oh, sorry, yeah, but... No, I'm talking to him. Oh. Yeah, no. Just forget it. Oh, I bet.
Stops us yet?
That's what that is. That's a driver.
Over here, you can actually see that right there today in the back of the rear mirrors. That's my entry. I'm pretty happy with that. So, don't turn on anything, but it's kind of gives you a rough idea of it. So we're gonna do the long stroll through this one. Overlook some of the other areas. We do have beverage stations out there. That's like they have Gatorade's little stoppage place that you can get. There are food pop-ups. That's on the floor above as I came down to one. There's like ramen, pizza slices, barbecue at some point. So yeah, there's a lot of options for you guys and such. One of my fellow Golden Demon competitors there. We met one in line at 300 meters. Kind of fun.
Might as well do the thing.
Here's another view here of the lovely downtown Milwaukee area that we're at. Hotels are easy within walking distance if you do that. Parking is plenty, although you're paying for it. It is a major metropolitan downtown city. Be prepared for that if you've never been. Here's another of the smaller gaming areas. See how it's all lit out? That's the main reason I came this way from. It's kind of cool looking, I think. But, you know, I am prejudiced. We'll keep going here.
Getting ready to set up for
They have this these lockers set up here. It's like that comes in, you can rent these. I'm not sure how much the lockers are. I do know when I got here on Thursday morning, they had already sold out of all the lockers, but they have storage behind it. But it's not in a locker, but there is 24-hour people here. So you actually can get that, but it's like $50 for the weekend. I didn't know if I needed that, so I just do that. There's a boba tea pop-up that I was talking about. So we're going to go back up. So that's where the dealer area is. Which won't open till 10. And like I I said, it's 9:30 now. There's probably a line of people there, so we'll see. It's also a little bit of going. That's also the main areas for the Age of Sigmar or something. It's probably the bigger game room, so I'm gonna go into one side of that and show this off. But we won't be able to walk through the dealer area just guys. That's registration right in front of us there. So you can just walk in and register. You don't need, I should have specified that, you don't need a badge or anything just to come in and walk around. The only reason you need a badge is if you wish to play a game. But this is the main, one of the main menus, main one. And you can see how many people are in here. We're going to raise that up and get a look at that. Protocol, which is all the Talmud mass games. Another thing you may have noticed in the very back there is the concession, so there is food plenty there. There's another one up here. Bathrooms are plenty, so that's always good. Like I said, this is maybe a quarter or a third of the game in here. I think last year's attendance was around 10,000, plus or minus, I'm not sure. So we're going this way now. Like I said, that's registration. So you could just walk up and if you decide to find a game you want to play, you can get a badge. But when the dealer area opens to go in there, you do not need a badge to even walk through and shop.
Well, I didn't wake up in time.
Some of the vendors, again, are out here. There's El Retabe. This is the pseudo-famous Bits guy. He's out here selling all the time. That's the entrance into the dealer area, which you can't get in yet because it's not time. Dealers only so far. So you get the booth set up. See, the Bits guy. There's another cosplay booth over here. Yeah, she had an FDM printer going last night that was printing stuff. It was kind of cool. There's a ramen, which I'm sure my wife would be here. If she was here, that would be where she'd be all the time. Cousin So's, Smoking Jack, and all the way back that way at the far end of that we missed is I found pizza slices yesterday, so that was nice. So more of little areas for people just to sort of hang out. Early this morning, I found a place that had light over there, sat in red, and watched you girls drive by. That was kind of nice. We're going to stroll through this other gaming area and other more pop-up food stall places. Let's give you a quick panoramic view. You can see how big this area is as well. There's the Games Workshop official store. Yeah, okay. I'm not sure what they are. Pebbles. You guys, they're new to this year. They're like a big nerd convention thing. Is a Wild Bill's Old Fashioned Soda Pop. You can get coffee mugs there. The mug specifically for the soda pop. It's tempting. I don't know if I spend that kind of money, but it is tempting. There's the Stone Creek Coffee. I think they're new this year. This, I believe, is like where the major Warhammer 40K tournaments, or possibly Age of Sigmar, Adepticon, Titanicus, any of the Games Workshop stuff. This is pretty much, this area is dedicated, the whole hallway is dedicated specifically to just those guys. Some people really get into the costumes. Today's may or may not be doubles, because that looks like what everybody's doing. There's a lot of cool stuff. I'm not really getting good videos of the boards, but I don't want to hone in while people are playing. You can see some of the other things here. I think that's Adam Tundro's organization, which I think they won last year for the best display board. Yeah. See, that's kind of amazing there. Some more back this way. I have not played a Games Workshop game for many a year, but it is still very popular, and we all love to paint their miniatures. They do some awesome miniatures. Just look at some of this stuff for these boards that they build for the convention alone. That's the convention organizer. So all these battle boards, the only thing on there, the miniatures themselves are done by the people who are playing. And the terrain is actually done by the organizers. Pretty much they will start shortly after this convention to make stuff for next year. Yeah, so look at that. We'll wander over by the Games Workshop store, even though it should not be open yet, but maybe it is because they have their own hall, so they might have their own separate hours than the other dealers. But we'll walk by and take a look.
Well, you should be 2 inches away. Alright, so he's got 2 speakers.
What do we got? Black Library stuff. We got their t-shirts. Some of their very cool display stuff. The Weta Workshop. Kind of cool as you can see. Just very, very cool. Alright, we'll go back this way now.
They're 1-6 man. Yeah, that's why we did the 6. That's why.
I could continue a stream of consciousness, but I'm not sure what I'll be contributing to this. But, yeah. So, with the exception of the dealer area, we have now done a pretty solid walkthrough of the convention. So this is very nice. We'll do the dealer area at some point later today. I don't want to be walking through with my bag or anything at that time, so I have to figure out how I'm going to put that down somewhere. But we shall see. There you go.
Going this way.